Assalamu alaikum, Real Madrid 2, Alaves 1. And honestly, what can I say? But this is exactly what we expected, right? Real Madrid are going to struggle. We are going to concede goals. We are going to struggle offensively, defensively. Honestly, struggle has been, I'd say, the word to define Real Madrid last season and this season. And to be fair, we still got the win. To be fair, I'm happy we got the win. And to be fair, we managed to get the 3 points. And we still trail Barcelona, but not by that much. But without further ado, let's get into this match. But before I do, I just wanted to say, I don't know if it's clear or not if Xabi Alonso is going to get sacked or not, because we do know that based off the Spanish media, they've been saying that, Xabi Alonso is going to get sacked if he doesn't win this game. And I don't know if they said it like that or they just said that Xabi Alonso is going to get tested with this game. So maybe they're looking for a dominant performance. But like we all know, not every single performance is going to be good as soon as like a flip, when you flip a switch, right? So honestly, I don't know how Xabi Alonso's future is looking like because I have not, read social media, and obviously I'm recording this after the match just ended. And to be fair, I'm happy that we did get a win. To be fair, we've been struggling, yes, I know, and that doesn't mean that it's okay to just keep losing or just give up, because obviously if we did give up, we were not going to, score the winner. And honestly, I've been criticizing Vinicius, and even though I have not been that critical or criticizing Vinicius as much as I'm supposed to, I was doing in this game, and happy that he got that assist to Rodrigo. And honestly, seeing both of them celebrate reminded me and gave me a glimpse of that 23-24 season. And to be fair, don't be surprised if they start making edits of like those, take me back to when, those edits, what I'm trying to say, the nostalgic edits or the wholesome edits. But honestly, I am happy. I'm happy with not the way we performed, but with the way that we got our points. But honestly, let's get deep into it, because like I said, the results don't paint the bigger picture, and it's actually the entire like statistic and those who watched the match. You guys will know what I mean when I say that we were doing horrible. But before I do go into it again, I just wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. We're on our way to 300 subscribers. And honestly, I'm happy with everybody that I got right now. And hey, let's just keep growing from here on out, okay? We're in the journey together. Real Madrid is in a little bump right now, I would say. But it'll be a nice journey seeing them go back up and coming up from this little slump that they have going on right now. All right, so this is the thing that caught my eye, right? If you look at the ball possession, they honestly dominated us with the ball possession. I mean, 52-48 is not domination, but at the same time, Alaves, right? We should have been the ones who have the ball possession by a lot, right? We were the clear favorites to win this game. And, by the way, Mbappe, beautiful goal, first goal. But, the one that took the spotlight is Rodrigo's goal, because that was the game winner, obviously. But if you guys notice, we got the goal right here in the 76th minute. And look, they also got their momentum. There was moments where they got pretty close. And thank God for Courtois. We got good clearance from our defenders. And happy to see Dean Huijsen finally back. Hopefully he doesn't get injured or anything. There was a new left back that we got. If we look at the lineup, we do have a new left back, Valdepenas. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And honestly, he didn't do that bad. I have to be honest. He didn't do that bad. But that goal that they got, yes, he is younger. He's supposed to be faster. But, something that I noticed is that we don't really got speed in our defensive lineup. Besides maybe Raul Asensio, but he can't be the one, covering anybody who's on this side, right? He can only cover anybody on his side, which is the right side. And to be fair, that goal, our new left back, he should have been the one who gets the ball and could have made that recovery. But at the same time, Rudiger kept him onside, and he was the only one that kept him onside. And to be fair, I did call it in the match. Like, I know it sounds like I'm making these predictions, but I literally watched it with my friends and they could vouch it for me. But I literally said, if we're going to concede a goal, it's going to be because of Rudiger. The way he was running, the way he was marking players, the way he was being a little over-aggressive, where I'm not going to lie, I was a little scared if he was going to let them get a penalty. It just gave me signs that he was going to be the reason why we were going to lose. And it makes sense why he's not renewing for Real Madrid. You guys can see now his time is coming up. And honestly, I love Ancelotti, but I think I could go and blame Ancelotti for this and the medical team for allowing him to play with his knee problems last season, and he's been taking painkillers to play through it. And then I'm guessing it's all catching up to him. You guys can see the way he's running now. It's not normal. It's not normal. And honestly, Rudiger could be a fun time to end your career with high salary at Saudi Arabia. But that's for another topic. But yeah, I'm just happy that we did get a win. Tchouaméni, honestly, I don't know why he doesn't have a good rating, because I think he did pretty good as well. Not the best, but Jude Bellingham honestly was the star of the show. He was, like I said, look, I'll say this and I'll say it again and again and again. Jude Bellingham doesn't need to get on the score sheet. He is phenomenal defensively and offensively. And he is very, very, very technical with it. Like, he is not somebody that just does it for show. And that's why I've been saying this, and I'll say it again. I never criticize this man. Because, yes, there might be a game or two where, he does bad, but not every single great player does good in every single match. But Jude Bellingham, honestly, he's been amazing me the most. And even though when the whole team does bad, he still manages to do good. You guys can see with the ratings from before. I just noticed that, Rodrigo, he might have gotten injured. I hope it's not an injury. Arda Güler, like I said, he has not been the same ever since Jude Bellingham came back. And now I don't know if it's because Jude has been, the ball's been playing through Jude a lot. But it should be played by both, which is why I think Xabi Alonso should have Arda and Bellingham play close to one another, because if one is getting logged down, I think Arda could be the other one to do it. Same thing with Arda. Jude can do it. I think they both are similar, but Jude, on the ball, obviously, is the one who attacks the most. Like, he could attack the box the most, but at the same time, we saw it even in this game. He could make passes as well. He can be creative if he wants to. And I'm happy. I'm really happy to see that Jude Bellingham got the 8.5. I honestly didn't wait to see who got the man of the match, but I hope it was Jude Bellingham. No, I think Mbappe got it. Mbappe got it. Obviously, because of the amazing goal that he got, amazing runs that he's been having. But look, even though we did good, we still struggle in some aspects. There's still aspects that we still struggle in. And I'm still going to be a man of my word. We are still not good. We're still not good. I'm not going to let a win give me hopes that we are good. We're not. Look at the past 8 games, 9 games. We have not been good. This game, we won, but not in a dominant fashion. This is a team that we were supposed to win in a dominant fashion. And if we can't win in a dominant fashion, what makes you think that I should have hope for the next upcoming game? Nonetheless, even though we did struggle, I did want to go into specific. I could say I'll go back to things that we do need to improve on. And number one thing is finishing. And like I said, I don't know what happened to Vinicius. There's reports. Don't take my word for it, but I'm reading based off reports that Vinicius is apparently saying that he's not like physically feeling himself. Like, he's not physical or physically fit, I guess you could say, where maybe that's affecting the way he's making runs. Maybe that's affecting the way he's finishing. But look, not just him. There's moments where Mbappe doesn't finish, but he's been getting our goals, so I can't really say anything about him. Rodrigo, there's moments where he doesn't finish, and other players as well, right? We have to work on our finishing, because we never know if that might be our only chance at goal. And every single shot counts, because if you guys look at the stats right here, total shots, we only have 13. 90 minutes. We played 90 minutes plus extra time, and we only had 13 shots, you're telling me? With only 6 shots on target, which I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. They're probably counting shots that we taken. The one that got disallowed by Jude Bellingham, I want to count that here. Maybe the one that they shot off from a corner, which could be a shot on target. I don't count that, because honestly, realistically, maybe 3 goals, because Vinicius' shot got blocked. There was one where Jude shot it and it also got blocked, so maybe 4 goals, and the 2 goals counting that we scored. But nonetheless, we have to finish our shots. We have to finish it, make them shots on target, not directly at the goalie, either left, right, top bins. Like, we actually have to finish our shots, and we have great attackers. Like, you guys can see the names. We have Rodrigo, who's apparently the one who's like the least, I guess, attacker, the least best attacker in our team, but he's still amazing. We saw last game, this game, Rodrigo still got it, even though he barely got minutes, and I'm glad to see him now playing at right wing. Even though that's not his natural position, I'm glad that Xabi Alonso could see that he actually does and can play at the right wing position, because honestly, I don't see anybody else in our team better than him. Even Franco Macetuano, I don't think he's better than Rodrigo on the right wing position. Rodrigo should be a regular starter. If not, I don't think Franco should be the one starting either. I think we might have to go back to playing 2 strikers up in front because, like I said, Rodrigo brings a different game plan. And honestly, I've been saying it, we are going to lose a gem if Rodrigo does leave us. Another thing that I did want to mention is, honestly, our pressing has gotten worse because, yeah, we are pressing. Moments where we're pressing because a lot of our players are just walking around, which is something that I just don't like. I hate seeing players walk around. Even if the ball is away from you, I'm not expecting, like, for example, if the ball is with one of the attackers, I'm not expecting Vinicius or Mbappe coming all the way back. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, especially for the attackers, stop the walking. The walking is not good. At the very least, if you're tired, jog. Like, push, put in the effort, play for the badge. Like, push yourself to the limit. Because honestly, when Vinicius is pressing and then he stops, for example, and then when he gets the ball, that's where I see him sprinting so fast that I never see him putting that pace or that much effort in defending. And yes, he's an attacker. Yes, Mbappe's an attacker, but we still need defense up in front. We still need that pressure up in front. You see when they pressure us, you see when they pressure the goalie, Courtois. Courtois just boots it out, boots it somewhere where nobody's there. And that is the goal of pressing, is to not make passes accurate, not give them the chance to think. And we give them a lot of time to think, not just this game, but throughout the entire season so far, besides maybe the beginning, we have not been the best. We have not been the best when it comes to pressing. That's why I've been saying we have to press technically, we have to be smart, and there has to be chemistry among us because we don't have that. We don't have chemistry. I don't see the chemistry. We have individual brilliance. We do have that, right? But there's not enough chemistry, and the only time I actually seen like a good link-up play was Vinny and Rodrigo with that goal. That was actually a good link-up play. And that is something that Xabi Alonso has to consider if he's still going to manage our club, because he has to make sure that he has to play players that do have chemistry, right? When we look at any other team, PSG, for example, they have chemistry because they have a set starting players. They have the set starting players, and they know who's going to play. They know where everybody is at. And this team, honestly, they look like all over the place. And we could see it in this game. We have a lot of players playing all over the place, or players that are playing too cramped together and where there's not enough, I guess, space to pass, not enough vision to see. And it could be hectic. It could be hectic. I'm not a player, and I can't tell, but just by looking at it, where they overload a side, where there's gaps in the middle, it just gets confusing. And I think that's those two are the biggest things that we so far need. Because this game, honestly, Alaves players were just shredding our defense and pressing us, marking us. They were doing pretty good, honestly. And my last thing I did want to mention, and this is something that's very, very, very important for me, is that we have a slow tempo. We have a slow momentum. We give them time to be organized. We are not creative with our passing. We are not creative with our shots. We're not creative with our link-up play. There's no creativity. There's no fast tempo going on. And like I said, if we're playing a team where, I'm not saying them because they didn't even play that much of a low block, but unless I wasn't paying attention, but if we're playing a team who's playing the low block, or teams who are just playing a little in the back, we have to play fast if we're countering, right? Because if we're not playing fast, it gives them time to form and come back. And we've seen it this game where when we're playing slow and when we're shifting the ball like an Ancelotti ball from left all the way to the right, from right all the way to the left, and then backwards, you guys can see it. You guys can see it. You guys can tell that it doesn't lead us to anywhere. And that we never got those goals from those plays that went all the way from the left to the right. We never got those goals. We got both our goals today through creativity and fast passing, right? Fast tempo, right? With Vinicius and with Bellingham to Mbappe. So that is our main key thing that I think that we're missing, because if we're struggling against a team like this, like I said, what makes me think that we're going to do good in the future with the upcoming games? We have a supposedly easy game, the next game, but honestly, I'm still not confident. I'm not confident because that is the truth. Based off of our results, that is the truth. I'm not confident in the way we're playing. I'm not confident with the way we're being managed. And like I said, and I'll say it again, people think that I'm blaming only Xabi Alonso, but I'm blaming both Alonso and the players, because we do have players with an ego who are lazy, who don't press, who don't pass the ball often, right? And I don't want to mention names, but you guys can already tell. And Xabi Alonso, right, making these decisions that don't have any reasoning, right? For example, we've been seeing Rodrigo when he's playing with confidence. You guys can see the quality that he's at, the level that he's at. And where has he been all this time? Sitting on the bench. and that is not okay. Endrick as well, there's moments where he created magic for us, moments where showed a little of magic, and honestly, he's really just sitting on the bench doing nothing, and I feel bad, and I want him to leave the club because it's better for him, and I genuinely feel bad for him. But honestly, that's my honest take. I don't think that we're back. We are not back. I don't see us being a threat to any team as of right now. Alaves, we gave them so much confidence this game, and honestly, the next game we could also suffer as well. So we got to wait and see. We got to wait and see if Xabi's still going to stay, because our next manager, it looks like it's going to be the academy manager, and I'm still not going to be confident because, like I said, I don't see the manager the main issue. I see as the players as well. So let me know what you guys think about this game. Let me know what you think of Real Madrid's performance. Do you have confidence now in Real Madrid? Because, like I said, I'll forever represent this badge. I love Real Madrid. But at the same time, I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with my feelings, because if I keep the expectations high, even though I truly don't believe in it, I will be very disappointed when I don't get the results, because let's be fair. Honesty is key, and honesty calms the heart down. So let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments below, and leave a like if you did enjoy. And remember, subscribe if you're new. A lot of you guys are not subscribed. We are close to 300 subscribers. Well, we're not close, but I'm just saying it. Let's try to hit 300 subscribers. Thank you very much for watching. And until then, salam alaikum.